Hollow Knight Silksong was announced just a couple months ago, which means that now, when no one really cares, is the perfect time to make a video about it. Really, I just wanted to talk about all the hype I have for this upcoming title, as well as a couple rumors and predictions. But even though I know some Hollow Knight lore, I am absolutely not an expert, and if you want to watch some good in-depth shenanigans, go check out someone like Mossbag, cause all I'm gonna do is ramble. Hollow Knight quickly became one of my favorite games of all time, and definitely one of, if not my favorite Metroidvania I've ever played. Now I know that can get tossed around very easily by a lot of different people, but trust me, this game is amazing. It had everything I wanted with the characters, the lore, the movement, the art, and the awesome secrets you can find all over the world. So, let's talk about its sequel, Silksong. Hollow Knight had a great cast of characters, like the Last Stag, Cornifer, Sly, Leg Eater, Hornet herself, and Elderbug, just to name a few. While those characters are great, I'd really like to see way more interaction between Hornet and other characters. Hollow Knight did a great job at making you feel alone in the world, as characters were scarce and the ones that you did know you never really got to know, you know? So while I like the way characters were handled in Hollow Knight, I want to learn some stories. Some deep secrets with these guys, especially with this new quest feature thing that's being added. Maybe you'll get to adventure with some characters and grow a bond with them, learning their backstories and how their mother was eaten by a snail, or their brother was actually their dad the whole time. I don't know. And then during a quest you get injured and you can only save one of your friends and it's all up to you. Ah shit, it's just a Telltale game now. My point is, as dark and distant as most of the Hollow Knight cast was, except for Cornifer, that's my guy, I'd love to see way more character interaction that really gets into the dark and gritty of it all. Like the first girl shown in the new Friends part of the trailer looks rad and pissed off. I'm sure she's got a story about someone stealing her 3DS games and you've got to get him back. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a lot here, but I'm hoping I'm somewhat getting my point across even if I'm being a bit of a silly loud douche about it. I just really like to see some characters get built up by backstory and lore. Speaking of lore, Hollow Knight's lore runs deeper than my wallet in the Mariana Trench on Sunday, and even though I'm very much hoping we learn more about things from the first game like the Pale King, Void, the Infection, I am especially excited for the avalanche of new lore that we're bound to receive, and the many hours I will spend trying to figure out even just a little bit of it. For example, in one of Hollow Knight's endings, we see what appears to be the Hollow Knight break free from his chains and prepare to fight Hornet. But at the beginning of the Silksong trailer, Hornet is captured and being taken somewhere. So I wonder if this scene takes place before the battle, or if perhaps Hornet and the Hollow Knight engage in a battle, and while Hornet is wounded, the weird bouncy boys come and yoink her. Personally, I'd really like to see something like the Hollow Knight is cleared of his infection and doesn't fight Hornet, but instead sees her as an ally. But of course, that's the optimist in me talking, and deep down I know some real dark shit is gonna happen. But one can dream. That also adds to the thought, is Silksong a sequel or a prequel? I've seen most people saying it's a sequel, which I would assume and hope it is. But then again, Team Cherry led us to believe Silksong was just DLC and not a full-on game, so I really don't know what to trust anymore. Either way, I can't wait to learn as much as I can about the old and the new lore. One of the most important features in a game for me is movement, hands down. You might have a game that looks beautiful, but controls like beans. Or a game with an amazing story, but it's like you've got hot dogs for fingers. Take the Smash series for example, more specifically Super Smash Bros. Melee. Might not have the best graphics I've ever seen, but god damn if it isn't just a blast to slide across the stage like you mean business. And that was a very special thing for me in the original Hollow Knight. Not only did it have a beautiful art style with an amazing story, but the evolving movement options are some of the best I've ever seen. It's surprising how much a simple double jump or an invincible dash can do to help. But once you unlock everything and get to the end, you see the potential as your fingers fly across the controller, struggling to keep up with everything that's going on. Now, if you're going to take any part of this video to heart, I've got to ask it to be this one. Because holy shit, I am already crazy excited for Hornet's movement options. We see her do the simple stuff like wall jumps, ledge grabs, double jumps, but we start seeing these air rolls and lunges. She starts grappling her way up using her spear. She's dancing all around and does whatever she wants. Hornet basically says fuck it and just starts cranking 90s on you. On top of that, we see a couple smaller things like sprinting or dodging back, or when Hornet heals in like half a second, because that doesn't look busted. All in all, I just see a lot of potential in what can be done here, and Hornet in general seems like a far more movement-based character, and that trailer was just a glimpse of it all. Hollow Knight has always been a beautiful game, and Silksong looks even prettier.